They say Japan is the land of the future. But those who truly see it know that Japan is the land of time. Here, the past and the tomorrow bow to each other at sunrise. Some come seeking technology, others seek temples. But what they find is themselves. Because Japan is not just a place, it's a mirror. Every reflection, from the neon pulse of Shibuya to the snow stillness of Hokkaidō, reveals something deeper, something human. This is a country where trains move at the speed of light, yet people pause to watch a single petal fall. In the heart of its cities, silence lives. In the stillness of its mountains, motion breathes. To walk through Japan is to walk through a conversation between worlds. One built of concrete and glass, the other of wind and memory. So take a breath. This is not just a journey through a nation, it's a journey through emotion. From the fire of Kyushu to the coral light of Okinawa, we'll travel across a land where beauty isn't seen. It's felt. Welcome, traveler, to a journey through Japan's wonders in 4K. The city awakens like an electric heart. At Shibuya Crossing, thousands of footsteps weave together in perfect choreography, a silent rhythm guided by an unseen hand. Neon lights shimmer like artificial constellations, reflected in the wet pavement, still whispering last night's rain. In this chaos, there is harmony. In the noise, there is breath. The statue of Hachiko stands watch, the loyal dog who waited for his master until the end. Amid the ocean of strangers, one feels a strange truth. Even among millions, no one walks alone. And when, for a fleeting moment, the lights fade and the sound falls still, Tokyo exhales. The hum of trains, the rush of wind through glass towers, the echo of 1,000 stories. This is Tokyo, a dance between motion and stillness. And beyond this pulse, a hidden sanctuary awaits. just steps from the city's roar, Meiji Jingu feels like another dimension. The air thickens with calm. The wind moves slower here. Tall cedar trees guard the path leading through giant wooden torii gates, where modernity bows before the sacred. In the heart of the forest, the shrine stands in graceful simplicity. Monks in white robes glide silently across the courtyard, while visitors hang wooden ima tablets filled with wishes that flutter softly in the breeze. Incense rises, prayers turn to fragrance. When you leave, skyscrapers return to the skyline, but something inside you stays still. Tokyo's magic is this: even in its noise, it knows how to pray. And as we move forward, that peace follows us to Asakusa, where time itself seems to kneel. Asakusa smells of incense and nostalgia. The Kame-Narimon Gate, crowned by its enormous red lantern, opens like a mouth of time, swallowing the present and breathing out the past. The street beyond, Nakamaise-dori, hums with life, lined with shops selling yukata, rice sweets, and hand-painted fans. At the end of the path stands Sensoji, Tokyo's oldest temple. The air trembles with the sound of gongs and murmured prayers. People wave smoke from the sacred incense toward their faces, believing it brings healing. The bell tolls, deep and low. For a moment, the crowd disappears, and the spirit of Edo, old Tokyo, returns. Sensoji isn't just a building, it's a heartbeat that's been echoing for centuries. From afar, Tokyo Tower glows like a flame of steel and light. Inspired by the Eiffel Tower, it rises proudly, a beacon of resilience in the modern age. From its observation deck, the city stretches endlessly, an ocean of shimmering lights that pulse like constellations. Further east, the Tokyo Sky Tree pierces the clouds at 634 meters. From its heights, the world below becomes a tapestry of life, and on clear days, Mount Fuji appears in the distance, a silent guardian wrapped in mist. As dusk turns gold to indigo, the city's glow intensifies. Even the future here feels human. From this vantage point, Tokyo breathes, alive, immense, and intimate all at once. And now, we descend into elegance. The quiet luxury of Ginza. Ginza is where silence becomes luxury. The glass facades mirror the sky, and footsteps echo gently over marble streets. Every boutique feels like a shrine to precision and beauty. Where design replaces decoration and simplicity becomes splendor. But Ginza's soul isn't in its labels, it's in its rhythm. The hum of cafes, the subtle clink of porcelain, the laughter carried through the evening air. As night falls, the city glows in gold, restrained, refined, radiant. Tokyo doesn't shout its beauty, it whispers it. And in that whisper lies its power. As we turn a corner, the neon pulse grows louder, calling us into Akihabara, the electric heart of imagination. Akihabara is electricity made visible. Every corner flashes with color, sound, and motion. Billboards shout, arcades hum, and holograms beckon passers-by into worlds of fantasy. This is not just technology. It's emotion rendered in pixels. Here, manga artists, gamers, and dreamers converge. Anime figures stand proudly in shop windows, and cafes buzz with laughter and light. The energy is contagious, part nostalgia, part future. Yet beneath the chaos lies something deeply human: imagination. Akihabara is proof that creation is a sacred act. From this world of color, we step into one painted in pastels, Harajuku. Harajuku is a celebration of individuality. Takashita Street bursts with color, candy shops, thrift stores, and outfits that defy logic but define freedom. Every passerby looks like a story walking by. The air smells of crepes and rebellion. Laughter fills the narrow streets where creativity reigns. Here, the young teach the old how to dream again, through glitter, lace, and unapologetic joy. But But even energy needs rest. And just a few streets away, the chaos melts into calm at Shinjuku-gyoen, one of Tokyo's most serene gardens. In the middle of steel and noise, Shinjuku-gyoen breathes serenity. Cherry blossoms lean over quiet ponds, their petals drifting like thoughts across the water. Every corner invites reflection, every breath feels new. Families picnic under the shade, artists sketch in silence, and time itself seems to rest on the grass. Here, nature and humanity coexist in perfect conversation. As the sun dips below the skyline, the park glows with soft melancholy. The distant hum of trains calls us back to motion, to Odaiba, Tokyo's island of the future. Odaiba rises from the sea like a vision, an artificial island filled with glass, color, and light. It feels like walking inside tomorrow. A miniature Statue of Liberty watches over the bay, while the giant Gundam robot stands guard like a sentinel of steel. At night, reflections shimmer across the water, bridges, buildings, and laughter blending into a living painting. The city offers one last gift: art, history, and the gentle bloom of Ueno Park. Ueno Park is Tokyo's heartbeat of spring. Cherry trees explode into bloom, petals fluttering through the air like snow made of light. Inside the Tokyo National Museum, centuries unfold. Samurai armor, ink paintings, ancient scrolls. Outside, the petals continue to fall. The traveler pauses, heart full, realizing that Tokyo isn't a city to visit, it's a city to feel. And as the train departs, the rhythm of wheels on rails carries us onward to Kyoto, The golden pavilion rises like a dream upon still waters. Its walls, wrapped in the gold leaf, glow softly beneath the morning sun. The reflection upon the pond is so perfect it feels alive, a dialogue between heaven and earth. Kyoto teaches that beauty is not what shines, it's what stays. And beyond the trees, a path of crimson gates calls us forward. Fushimi Inari Taisha. The path begins simply, but soon becomes infinite. A tunnel of vermilion torii gates stretching into the mountains. The air is filled with the soft rustle of leaves and the faint chime of bells. Those who climb discover that this is not a journey of distance, but of presence. At the summit, there is no grand ending, only silence, wind, and a sense of arrival within oneself. The 1,000 gates lead not just to a shrine, but to stillness. From here, the trail descends toward the wooden balconies of Kiyomizu-dera. Perched on a hillside overlooking Kyoto, Kiyomizu-dera seems to float above the valley. Its vast veranda, supported by pillars of cedar, opens to a panoramic sea of green and gold. In autumn, the forest below burns in shades of fire. Visitors drink from the sacred Ottawa waterfall, whose streams promise wisdom, health, and love. The sound of flowing water becomes a mantra, gentle, endless, eternal. From above, Kyoto lies like a living painting. Kiyomizu-dera reminds us that faith, like water, must flow freely. And so the journey continues to a place where the forest speaks in whispers, the bamboo grove of Arashiyama. To walk through Arashiyama is to step into a living dream. The tall bamboo stalks sway gently, their rustle like breathing. Sunlight filters through the canopy in ribbons of green and gold. Each step sinks softly into the earth, echoing between the trunks. Couples walk in silence, photographers hold their breath, and the wind composes a song only the soul can hear. At the grove's end, a small stream flows among moss-covered stones. Its sound is ancient, a lullaby from the heart of Japan. The path leads onward into the quiet authority of Nijo Castle. Hokkaidō Castle stands as a testament to power worn with grace. Its famous nightingale floors chirp under each step, once a warning to guards, now a melody from another age. The sound fills the air with a haunting peace. Inside, sliding doors painted with tigers and chrysanthemums shimmer in golden light. The scent of polished wood carries the dignity of centuries. The shoguns once ruled from here, yet the castle feels less like a fortress and more like a meditation. As the traveler exits through its great gates, a warm breeze carries the fragrance of cherry blossoms. The sun dips low, and lanterns begin to glow. Night awakens Kyoto's oldest secret, the streets of Gion. In Gion, dusk arrives on soft feet. Red lanterns bloom in the twilight, and the sound of the shamisen drifts through narrow alleys. Wooden tea houses glow with warm light, and time itself slows to match the rhythm of the city. A geisha appears, her steps measured, her gaze calm. She passes like a petal caught in the wind, a living symbol of beauty and discipline. Behind closed doors, tea is poured in silence, and every gesture carries centuries of meaning. Gion doesn't perform, it breathes. The train hums westward, toward Osaka, where the night shines brighter than the stars. Rising above the city, Osaka Castle glows white and emerald beneath the sky. Surrounded by moats and cherry trees, it looks like a warrior in repose. Strong, graceful, undefeated. From its tower, the view stretches across modern Osaka, a blend of ancient stone and neon. The contrast is striking, yet seamless. Japan knows how to evolve without erasing its roots. Descending the steps, the laughter and aromas of the city call out. To Dotonbori, the stage of light and flavor. Dotonbori is a celebration in motion. Signs flash, colors collide, and every corner smells of sizzling takoyaki and savory okonomiyaki. The air hums with excitement and the clinking of chopsticks. The canal mirrors the blaze of neon, reds, blues, and golds rippling in the water like liquid fire. The famous Glico running man smiles down as crowds move in waves of joy. Here, Osaka shows its heart, loud, open, unashamedly alive. And yet, just beyond the lights, another world lingers. The nostalgic district of Shinsekai. Shinsekai feels like a time capsule sealed in laughter. Its narrow alleys glow with warm signs and the aroma of fried kushikatsu. The Tsutenkaku Tower rises above like a lighthouse from another century. It's a neighborhood that refuses to grow old, a joyful rebellion against time. Leaving Shinsekai, the traveler smiles. Japan's secret is balance, the ability to honor the past while dancing with the present. And nowhere is that dance more joyful than at the gates of Universal Studios Japan. Here, fantasy becomes real. The gates open to worlds of magic. Hogwarts, Jurassic Park, Mario's Kingdom. The air hums with laughter and the scent of popcorn. Children run, adults rediscover wonder. It's more than amusement, it's communion. Joy becomes collective, shared between strangers who forget the world for a moment. As night falls, Osaka glows behind us. The water reflects the city's pulse, calm now as the journey heads inland, toward Nara, where deer and divinity share the same path. Within the vast wooden temple of Todaiji sits the great Buddha, a 15-meter bronze figure radiating stillness. The moment you step inside, sound dissolves. The air feels heavy with reverence. The statue's calm gaze seems to reach beyond centuries, as if it sees not just the world, but its essence. Incense smoke curls toward the rafters like prayers made visible. Standing before the Daibutsu, the traveler feels both small and infinite. Faith here is not about words, it's about presence. And outside, the sacred deer of Nara wait to greet those who remember to bow. In Nara Park, the divine wears a gentle face. Hundreds of deer wander freely among the people, unafraid. According to legend, they are messengers of the gods. And when one bows, it feels as though nature itself is acknowledging you. Children laugh as they feed the animals shika senbei crackers. The deer's dark eyes reflect trust, an ancient pact between humans and nature that Nara has never broken. the mountains grow taller, and the sacred shadow of Mount Fuji calls once more. Lake Kawaguchi is not just a lake. It's a mirror for the divine. On its still surface, Mount Fuji reflects with such perfection that one can barely tell where the mountain ends and the sky begins. The morning mist rises like breath from the earth itself. The traveler looks at the mountain and sees not grandeur, but balance, the stillness between strength and grace. And as the train hums north, the landscape rises, calling us toward the Japanese Alps. Matsumoto Castle stands dark against the white peaks. Black timber and white plaster reflected in its moat like ink upon paper. Built over 4 centuries ago, it's one of Japan's oldest surviving castles, a samurai stronghold turned into poetry. The creak of the wooden floors, the scent of aged cedar. They speak of battles long past, of loyalty and honor that outlived the sword. The air hums with history. The traveler stands there in awe, realizing that strength can be silent too. Kamikochi feels untouched, like the gods left it here and forgot to take it back. Mountains cradle the valley, and the river runs so clear it mirrors the heavens. The silence here is alive. Wooden bridges cross emerald waters, and every footstep feels sacred. Mist drapes itself around the peaks, and the scent of moss and cedar fills the air. Kamikochi isn't a place to see, it's a place to feel. Each breath purifies, each pause teaches. Nature speaks fluently here. You need only listen. Takayama is a dream preserved in cedar and snow. Its narrow streets, wooden houses, and red bridges look unchanged for centuries. Paper lanterns sway gently, lighting the way through an old-world reverie. Locals smile with quiet pride. They know their town is not a relic, but a living poem. At dusk, the sound of temple bells drifts over the river, blending with laughter and wind. Takayama feels like home to everyone who loves stillness. And just beyond its mountains lies a village made of prayer, Shirakawa-go. Nestled between snowy mountains, Shirakawa-go glows like a lantern in winter. The Gasho Zukuri houses, their steep thatched roofs resembling hands folded in prayer, stand as symbols of harmony between man and nature. It feels like stepping into a story whispered by time. Here, simplicity becomes sacred. The warmth of a hearth, the crackle of fire, the scent of cedar, each detail a hymn to endurance. Now we enter one of the most emotional and luminous chapters of the entire journey. The Chugoku region, where Hiroshima and Miyajima embody both humanity's deepest sorrow and its capacity for rebirth. Hiroshima greets the traveler with silence. The Peace Memorial Park stretches wide and green, where the wind carries whispers instead of words. At its center stands the atomic bomb dome, the skeletal remains of a world that ended and began again. The building stands as both wound and witness. Around it, trees sway gently, their leaves shimmering with the kind of light that forgives. People walk slowly here, not out of sorrow, but reverence. Hiroshima's greatest gift is not remembrance, but rebirth. And in that spirit, we walk to its castle, rebuilt, resilient, radiant. Surrounded by water and willows, Hiroshima Castle stands like a whisper from before the fire. Its white walls gleam against the blue sky, reflected in the moat below. A mirror of peace, where war once burned. Inside, exhibits tell stories not of destruction, but of resilience. The scent of old wood and tatami lingers. The light through paper doors feels sacred. It's impossible not to bow, not to listen. And beyond that horizon, across the waters of the Sato Inland Sea, another miracle rises. The floating shrine of Miyajima. As the ferry approaches Miyajima, the scene seems impossible. A great vermilion torii rises from the sea, reflected perfectly in the water below. It's as if the divine itself decided to leave a calling card. At high tide, the gate appears to float. At low tide, visitors walk across the wet sand to touch its ancient wood. Both moments feel sacred, one of distance, one of closeness. Together, they form the rhythm of faith. The Itsukushima shrine glows softly behind the gate, its corridors built over the water, its prayer bells swaying in the breeze. Here, belief is not shouted, it's sung by the sea. So tell me, what part of Japan stayed with you? Was it the calm of Kyoto, the pulse of Osaka, the silence of Shirakawa-go, or the light over Miyako's sea? Leave your thoughts below and share this journey with someone who needs a moment of wonder. If this film moved you, breathe, smile, and subscribe to Magic World 4K. Because somewhere, another horizon is waiting. And when you're ready, the next journey begins.